So I talked about the Buccaneers-Vikings. That's one of the interesting matchups I'm looking for today at 1 o'clock in the 1 o'clock slates. But another one in the AFC is going to be the Chiefs and the Dolphins, two current playoff teams. The Kansas City Chiefs, the team that I think is the best team in the AFC and the NFL. And then you have the Dolphins, who one week look really good, the next week they don't. I mean, it's going to be tough. This is going to be a Tua game. We're going to find some things out about Tua because it's going to be a tough test. Brian Flores is very good at what he does. He's a good defensive mind. But again, stopping Patrick Mahomes is just something completely different. But I feel like he's going to need to, that defense is going to need to keep the Chiefs under 30 for Tua to even have a chance. And Tua, recently has been struggling a little bit. Hasn't really been pushing the ball down the field. Got benched for Ryan Fitzpatrick. They called it an injury, but he got benched a couple weeks ago for Fitzpatrick. Now he's back in. I don't know. This could be really good for Tua. Tua could come out and have his best game, and he's going to need to have his best game as a pro to keep this game close and to potentially win it for the Dolphins. If the Dolphins can pull this game out and they can upset the Chiefs, I mean, it's going to make them look good going into the playoffs. And, again, the Patriots haven't looked good. But again, that could be a team they play each other again. That could be a team that they're competing with for one of the wild card spots. And at this point, seeing as how the Patriots have already beat them once, you want to put as much distance between you and them. Again, having to play them again. The Dolphins are going to want to put as much distance between them and the Patriots before they play again, because if the Patriots beat them, they have the same record. The Patriots get the spot over them because they beat them twice. But this is going to be all on Tua. Tua's going to need to do some things that he has yet to show that he can do as a pro. Granted, he's young. I have total faith in Tua over the long haul. But for this year, this game is the most important of his season. He needs to show up, show out, and it's going to be a tough task because you're playing the best quarterback in the NFL, potentially the best player in the NFL right now, and you're going to be tasked with keeping it close. I mean, you're going to need to score at least 28 to even have a chance, because just to keep, again, I said, you got to keep the Chiefs under 30. To keep them under 30 would be a feather in the cap of Brian Flores, but they have weapons everywhere. It's going to start with Flores' defense. Tua's going to need to play. I don't know if this is going to be the game, especially because the Chiefs' defense has looked good the last couple weeks. I don't know if this is going to be the time where Tua steps up. I'm thinking the Chiefs are going to win by 10. But I really hope it's a good game, and I hope Tua does show up, because I really like Tua, and I think he's got tons of potential, but just hasn't showed it yet. I mean, he's only played 5 games, hasn't showed it. And when you're comparing him to the other guys in this draft class, Joe Burrow and Herbert's lighting it up. His worst game was last week against the Patriots, but that's Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is great against young quarterbacks. And Joe Burrow, before he got hurt, they didn't look like rookies as much as Tua currently does. So that's a little alarming, but I think for the long haul, Tua's going to be good. But for this season, Tua needs to be great today for the Dolphins to pull off the upset. He's going to need to be great and then some to pull off the upset today, and I just don't know, based on what I've seen so far of Tua, if that's going to be the case. So again, I do think the Chiefs are going to win, probably by at least 10, but I hope it's a good game. I hope Tua shows up, and again, Chiefs, best team in football.